Here is your full 2,000-word YouTube script in smooth USA English, with no headings, no bold text, channel name Bike Club mentioned as your intro, and fully focused on the 2026 Harley-Davidson and its price. If you need changes, longer, shorter, or another language, just tell me. Welcome back to Bike Club, the place where riders, dreamers, and Harley lovers come together for the latest motorcycle updates and real-world riding talk. Today we're diving into something that has been stirring up conversations in garages, dealerships, and forums across the country. The 2026 Harley-Davidson lineup has officially started to roll into the spotlight, and this year Harley is pushing deeper into the future while holding onto its legendary roots. So sit back, grab your helmet, and let's break down everything we know so far about the 2026 Harley-Davidson models, the design philosophy, new technology, engine updates, and of course, the price. Harley-Davidson is one of those brands that does not just build motorcycles, it builds identity. It builds lifestyle. It builds something emotional, something raw. For decades, Harley has stood as that iconic American symbol of freedom and rebellion. And every year, riders ask the same thing: how will Harley evolve without losing what makes it Harley? Well, 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most interesting years in modern Harley history. Harley-Davidson has been balancing tradition with innovation for a while now, but this year they seem to be pushing a little harder toward technology, performance upgrades, and modern design while making sure the classic Harley looks and sounds stay right where they belong. So let's begin with the biggest question on everyone's mind: what exactly is new in the 2026 Harley-Davidson lineup? While Harley has not officially revealed every single detail for all markets, the industry buzz and early leaks from insiders have made it clear. Harley is refining the Milwaukee 8 platform, improving electronics, tightening up the ride feel, and giving the bike stronger mid-range torque. This means riders get more power where it actually matters: real-world riding conditions. The Milwaukee 8 engine has been the backbone of Harley's modern cruising machines, and for 2026, the updated M8 engine is expected to come with improved cooling, better fuel mapping, and smoother throttle response. This might not sound like a huge revolution, but for Harley riders, small improvements make a big difference. Harley is not chasing high RPM numbers like some sport bike brands. Instead, they want refined torque, predictable acceleration, and that familiar rumble that you feel in your chest. Another big push for the 2026 lineup is electronic upgrades. Harley has slowly embraced modern riding tech, and 2026 is expected to introduce higher resolution TFT displays, integrated navigation, advanced traction control, lean-sensitive ABS, and even improved ride modes. Harley riders used to stay away from too much tech, but today, even old-school riders agree, tech that improves safety and comfort is always welcome. One rumor that has been gaining attention is Harley improving their adaptive rider safety systems. This includes adaptive cruise control on touring models, blind spot detection, and improved cornering lights. These features may not matter much to riders who stick to short trips or city riding, but for long-distance touring riders who do thousands of miles across America, these upgrades are a big deal. Now let's talk design. Harley-Davidson has always respected the classic cruiser silhouette, and the 2026 models stay loyal to that heritage. But there are some modern touches too. Sharper LED lighting, cleaner wiring, improved exhaust shapes, redesigned seats, and more ergonomic handlebars are all expected. If there's one thing Harley knows how to do exceptionally well, it's blending modern innovation with old-school American metal. And 2026 is no exception. Harley isn't trying to create futuristic, alien-looking bikes. They're building Harleys that look like Harleys, but ride better, handle better, and perform better. One of the most talked about parts of the 2026 lineup is the touring category. Harleys like the Street Glide and Road Glide continue to dominate U.S. roads, and in 2026, Harley is expected to improve wind protection, lower vibration, and provide better heat management. Riders who have already tested prototype units say the bikes feel more stable in turns, especially when carrying luggage or a passenger. Comfort is king when it comes to touring bikes, and Harley knows this. From redesigned footboards to improved passenger backrests, the 2026 models seem to be built with long rides in mind. If you've ever done a 1,000-mile trip on a Harley, these small details change everything. But even with all these upgrades, Harley still protects the soul of their bikes. The chrome options, the V-twin rumble, the deep paint finishes, and the heavy, solid feel, none of that is going anywhere. They know why riders come back year after year. Another important topic is the younger generation of riders. Harley has been working to expand their market, and the 2026 models show clear signs of trying to appeal to millennials and General Z. Better connectivity, smartphone integration, and sleeker designs hint at Harley trying to blend tradition with new age expectations. They want bikes that still look timeless, but without feeling outdated. Now let's talk performance. Harley's 2026 models are expected to feature refined suspension setups, better cornering clearance, and lighter frame components. Weight reduction has always been a tricky thing for Harley, but improved materials and smarter engineering are helping them shave off unnecessary pounds without losing that signature heavy cruiser feel. One area where Harley has been improving year after year is braking. The 2026 models might come with updated Brembo setups and better ABS tuning. For big cruisers and touring motorcycles, strong brakes are essential, especially when you're carrying gear or riding two up. Harley seems to understand that modern riders expect premium braking performance, and 2026 is aligning with that demand. Now let's talk about something many riders are eager to know: the sound. Harley has been facing stricter emission regulations, which have forced manufacturers all over the world to reduce exhaust sound levels. But Harley has worked hard to keep that classic American roar alive. While 2026 models may have slight tuning changes, the V-twin rumble is not disappearing. Riders can still expect that low-frequency growl that makes Harley sound like nothing else on the road. Alright, now let's get into what many of you have been waiting for. What will the price of the 2026 Harley-Davidson models be? While official MSRP hasn't been confirmed for every model, early pricing expectations in the USA suggest the following. Entry-level Harley models in 2026 may start around $13,000 to $15,000. Mid-range models like the Softail or certain Milwaukee 8 Cruisers are expected to be in the $17,000 to $22,000 range depending on color, chrome, and package options. High-end touring models such as the 2026 Street Glide and Road Glide are expected to land between $25,000 and $32,000. Special editions and CVO custom vehicle operations models may go up to $40,000 or more, depending on customization packages and limited edition details. Harley-Davidson's pricing has always reflected premium craftsmanship, durability, and brand value. While these bikes aren't cheap, riders who choose Harley know they're buying more than a motorcycle. They're buying an entire lifestyle, a community, an identity, a sound, and a road presence that no other brand can match. Now, let's talk about who the 2026 Harley-Davidson models are built for. These bikes aren't for everyone, and that's the point. Harley riders are a mix of old-school veterans, long-distance tourers, weekend highway riders, and even new younger riders looking for something with attitude. The 2026 lineup tries to capture all of these groups. From beginners looking for their first cruiser to seasoned riders wanting the ultimate American touring machine, Harley wants to give each type of rider a bike that feels like a natural extension of who they are. One of the things Harley continues to do well is community building. From local dealership rides to national rallies, Harley's brand culture is strong. And the 2026 models will undoubtedly be at the center of many new gatherings, road trips, and cross-country adventures. Think about it. Whether you're riding through the Rocky Mountains, cruising down Route 66, or hitting the Pacific Coast Highway during sunset, a Harley transforms the ride into something legendary. That's why riders stay loyal, because the bikes make every road feel iconic. Another interesting point is the growing demand for customization. Harley-Davidson has always embraced the custom culture, and in 2026, riders will have even more factory accessories, performance upgrades, LED kits, exhaust systems, and luggage options. Harley knows riders want their bikes to reflect their personality, and they are giving more tools than ever to make that possible. Now let's talk about reliability. Harley bikes are built to last. And with the improvements coming in 2026, especially in cooling, electronics, and engine mapping, we can expect the new models to be even more durable and consistent. Long-distance riders will appreciate smoother long rides, fewer vibration issues, and more efficient heat control. Another thing worth noting is fuel economy. While Harley is not known for being the most fuel-efficient brand, newer models are improving. The 2026 lineup is expected to deliver slightly better fuel consumption thanks to optimized AQ mapping and improved airflow. Not a dramatic improvement, but enough to matter on long trips. Let's also talk about the riding experience. Harley is not about speed. It's about presence, control, and emotion. When you ride a Harley, you feel the weight, the vibration, the power underneath you. It's a very mechanical, very emotional ride. The 2026 models continue that tradition but smooth out the rough edges. The bikes feel more refined, more stable, and more predictable, without losing the rawness Harley fans love. If you're thinking about buying a 2026 Harley-Davidson, you should ask yourself what type of riding you want to do. If you want long-distance touring, the Street Glide, Road Glide, or Ultra models will be your best pick. If you want a classic cruiser for weekend rides, the Softail lineup is perfect. If you're into performance, the sportier models might catch your attention. And of course, Harley's used market will also grow once the 2026 models hit showrooms. A lot of riders trade in older models, so if you're thinking about buying a Harley but want something more affordable, 2025 and earlier models may drop in price. In the end, the 2026 Harley-Davidson lineup represents the evolution of an American legend. It is familiar but fresh, traditional but modern, heavy but responsive, loud but refined. Harley has always been about the balance between power, identity, and freedom, and the 2026 models seem to carry that torch into the next generation. Whether you're a longtime Harley rider or someone considering your first V-twin, the 2026 lineup gives you a lot to think about. With updated engines, better electronics, improved comfort, modern safety features, and prices that reflect premium American craftsmanship, Harley-Davidson continues to stand tall in a world full of competitors. So that wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Harley-Davidson. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more motorcycle reviews, upcoming model leaks, and real-world riding reviews, make sure to stay connected with Bike Club for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.